Well, off my video shelf this week is that we're bringing another part of the William Friedkin filmography, The French Connection, 1971. We discussed To Live and Die in L.A., what such a great car chase scene in the movie. French Connection has another one of the best in history. The film stars Gene Hackman as Popeye Doyle, Roy Scheider as Cloudy, Ferdinand Ray as Charmer, Tony LeBlanco, and Marcel Boffy. Now, there was a sequel which was not so great. It was a good movie. Took the connection elsewhere, but it did not have the impact of the original. It won the original film won the Oscar for Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Director, Best Film Editing, Best Adaptation. It was also nominated for Best Supporting, Best Cinematography, Best Sound Mixing, and also received a Golden Globe as well. And nomination at the Writers Guild of America, Edgar Award. I mean, this has won so many awards. It is one of the greatest films to come out of the 70s. Action, great thrill. It's a great crime thriller. And like I said, one of the great chase scenes in history on there. I mean, you could tout back so many on there. You look at this and you say, wow. The main premise of the movie, of course, actually, it is a massive shipment of heroin is arriving out of from Marseille. Hackman learns of this and goes into an investigation mode. Basically, it turns into a chase of time, trying to catch everybody involved on here. I mean, it is so well done. It is so well done. And like I said, your primary, your secondary. Last week we talked about how good secondary actors in movies when we talked about the Third Man. Here we got another movie of the same potential. Everybody plays this very well. I'm so sorry that the sequel wasn't as good as the original. It's still a watch. Don't get me wrong. It's still a good movie. But the oomph that the French Connection had on there, it just really, And the thing about it is, in 2005, the National Film Registry by the Library of Congress has made this culturally historical. So basically, it has been preserved in history. This film is one of several great movies in history that will be preserved and kept, safe. One thing is, make sure you get to see this. If you haven't seen The French Connection, why haven't you seen this? I see a lot of YouTubers today that they're doing, young YouTubers, that they're making watch parties, or they're watching certain films that they've never seen before. And I'm so surprised that, they've seen all these crappy movies today. And then I listen to them, and I've been watching a lot of them out there. And there's some good ones out there, YouTubers out there that they're watching some good films from the era below the 1990s. If we can get some of them to get into the 60s and the 50s and the 40s and the 30s, that would be significant to do, because there are so many great films on there. Here's a bit of a quiz for you. In 1986, a TV version of the character Popeye Doyle was created, starring a very versatile actor. Starred in movies like Cruisin', Dogs of War, Adventures of Ford Fairlane, both Wayne's World, Bone Collector. Also starred in several TV series, including one iconic role which gave him 256 episodes, and much later in time had another series which had about the same amount of episodes. A fantastic actor, well-rounded. If you haven't figured it out who it is, former star of Married with Children and Modern Family. Ed O'Neill. That's right, folks. Ed O'Neill starred in a TV version of Popeye Doyle. Put that in your list if you could find that copy. Last I saw of it, it was on VHS. You were able to find that. It's somewhere around. But hey, it's interesting that you get stuff like this that you can basically see where it's at. William Friedkin had nothing to do with this version. It was written by Richard Diello and directed by Peter Levin. Also, in the film itself, it was the first film by another actor in this film you're familiar with, who's been in the Oscar nomination, who has played an iconic role in the Spider-Man universe. J.K. Simmons has a part in this movie, and it's been touted as one of his earliest roles in his career. So catch the original French Connection 71. Get it on DVD, get it on Blu-ray. I believe there is a Blu-ray version out there. In fact, I believe you can get both original movies on Blu-ray itself, French Connection 1 and 2, and I do recommend on that. And I also do recommend To Live and Die in L.A. As I said before, I own the soundtrack. Soundtrack's great. The movie's great. And I said before, it does have an alternate ending on that movie as well, which is like, why? If you heard that, back it up to see what I said before, if you only got to this point, or if you're watching this on a slice of pre-flight. But like I said, overall, this movie is phenomenal and should be cherished. Popeye Doyle is a good movie. With Ed O'Neill. Ed O'Neill plays it pretty well. Not the greatest script in the world, but it is done well to the honor of the French Connection.